What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Straight Truck channel. So today I want to talk about how to avoid headache and issues that you're going to run into. So honestly, avoiding picking up loads from like expos, like expo kind of loads, like a Coliseum. You know, picking up from like an event, like a Coliseum or whatnot. Don't do those kind of runs. Don't do those kind, because their operations are shitty. Like, they just hire random ass people that are not skilled forklift drivers, and it's just going to be a whole entire headache. And that's the kind of run I'm doing right now. I know my voice is sounding a little shaky. It's because the road that I'm on. But yeah, so don't do those kind of runs. Another thing is, make sure that you tell the forklift driver or people who is loading your truck to load it properly, because you are responsible for that equipment, for your truck, for your rig. Whether it's your boss's rig or yours, you're responsible for that truck, and you don't want somebody damaging your truck, and you want it loaded the way that you want it loaded, because you can tell them how to load your truck. They will have to load it according to what you want done. So you tell them how you want it loaded, they have to do it. Because you're picking up that load, you're taking that load, that's your life. Your life is at stake because of cargo that's on the truck. Or they tell you, it's so it's not that heavy or whatever. It is heavy. Any type of cargo can kill you. It can fly through the box and into the cab if it's not properly loaded or properly secured. Your truck can tip over. There's so many dangers that can take place. So you tell that forklift driver, you will load my truck correctly, you will load it properly. If they try to give you a hard time, you tell them, I want another forklift driver to load my truck. This guy has no experience in his field or what he's doing. I want somebody else to load this truck. Get them on camera. Make sure that everything, you cover your bases, because that's what you need to do at the end of the day. Cover your ass, cover your bases. Don't do any Coliseum pickups or whatnot. Fuck that bullshit. Avoid, areas with a lot of traffic and like Chicago, Georgia, Nashville, those kind of places like that. Avoid those kind of things, like, Denver. Avoid stuff with a lot of high-end traffic that's going to cause you a lot of headache. Or they try to get you to go downtown or to places that it's really hard for you to get through. Try driving a fucking semi or a damn box truck through fucking downtown Denver. That is the fucking worst. Truck restricted roads everywhere, so on and so forth. Fuck that bullshit. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up, like advice coming from me on stuff that I dealt with. Make sure they load your truck correctly and properly. Always check the truck before you leave. Always check the truck and the freight to make sure it's loaded correctly before you leave. If it's not loaded right, have them reload that shit. Make sure everything is right the way that you want it before you leave, because once you leave, that's it. So make sure it's done right, make sure everything's good, and then you can head on down the road. But keep in mind, safety, your life, your safety, the safety of your equipment and your truck. Make sure you stay on top of all of that, because you want to be safety minded in this industry. You You always want to be safety minded. You always want to sit there, make sure load is properly secured and ready to go down the road. That's what you got to do. And that's your job. Let them know. And it don't matter what the fuck they say. Fuck them. Tell them how to look. Because at the end of the day, it's your ass that's on the line. Simple as that. And if they fuck something up on your truck, yeah, you can sue them and file a claim against them, and get pictures, report, whatever. Get them to sign that they damaged the truck. Don't leave there until you get them to sign that. Get health and safety out there, whatnot. Make sure you get documentation of all that, showing that they're responsible for the damage to your truck. Make sure you call your insurance company, let them know, so on and so forth. Do everything by the book. Do not skip steps. Do everything by the book. They are not your friend. They are not your buddy. They are not your pal. They are not there for you. They are there for themselves. They don't give a fuck about you. That's how it is at every single warehouse. That's your mentality you need to have. They don't give a fuck about you. So don't give a fuck about them. You're there to pick up a freight, pick up the load, do your job, make sure you do your job correctly, and get down the road safely. That's your job. But your responsibility is to make sure that your truck is not damaged and nothing happens to your truck, and that everything goes the way it's supposed to. So just remember, warehouse people are not there for you, they're there for themselves. So, they're not going to tell you if they damaged something. They're not going to tell you if they did this or this. Keep an eye on them, make sure everything's done right, and do everything by the book. Cover your equipment, your ass, everything, and have a nice day.